Namaste and welcome. I'm Julie Hill with Yoga Body. I help people eliminate pain and get back into doing the activities that they love through yoga therapy, through personal training, through muscle testing, whatever's they needed to help them understand where their body is compensating and how they can get back into a pure, more efficient movement. Today I wanted to focus on Garudasana arms or eagle arms. It's a great stretch for the shoulders through the deltoids, along the arms, and it brings a lot of awareness into how we're holding our rib cage and our spine. So we'll go ahead and start out with just some basic movements and then build into that. So really focusing on alignment here. We can start out by taking right or left arm. I'm starting with my left, but just bringing it up and having it parallel to the floor. Notice if the elbow's higher or wanting to dip, and let the forearm stay parallel to the floor. And from there, we'll just encourage this elbow to cross towards midline. Just noticing kind of what happens with the shoulder as we do. Does it want to creep up, or is it staying relaxed and easy? Good, we can do the same thing on the other side. Just kind of noticing what goes on with the shoulder as we move the arm over, elbow coming towards our midline. From there, we can work on bringing the forearm up, fingers facing towards the ceiling. So you can notice, is the elbow even with the shoulder? Is it more comfortable a little bit lower? So just kind of play with that and see how that goes. And you can add a stretch into this, bringing that over, placing the other hand there to help hold it for a moment, checking in that this isn't sliding up by your ear. There's a lot of awareness with keeping the shoulder at ease as you bring it over. And just kind of playing on both sides. You might try this in front of a mirror. Now, if this seems to bring a little lifting through your shoulder blades as you bring it over, which might look like this, then let's just kind of play with a stretch here for coming through the sides of the shoulders. So we'll bring the forearms together or towards one another. So maybe your fingers and palms go together and the forearms don't quite make it down to the elbows, and that's okay. We want to come into a place where you feel relaxed through the side of your neck, you feel relaxed coming into your shoulders as well. And then just be there. You can lift the elbows so they come more in line with the shoulders, taking a couple of breaths here for a nice stretch. You can play with parting the palms away, kind of creating a whale tail with your palms, and lifting the elbows here for a little stretch through the front of the shoulders. You can play with pulling the palms away from each other, letting the forearms separate, but keeping the elbows towards one another. You get a little different rotation with the arms there coming through the shoulders, taking a breath there. And then relax. So we're going to add to this, depending on how all of that felt and what you discovered. If you noticed your shoulders lifting, that might be a great place to work for a little while until that loosens up. We can go from there and start to add in the crossing of the arms. So we're looking for right elbow to sweep underneath left. And when you do, maybe a lot of this happened. So again, finding that place where we can back off a little bit, bringing opposite hand to shoulder. So it might look like this for you right now, and that's a great place to be. Helping the tissue in that mid-back, in between the shoulder blades release, staying there for a few breaths. If that was easy, you can come and cross a little bit further. And again, letting hands start by just coming to shoulders for a little bit of space and awareness. Noticing how this feels, breathing into that space between the shoulder blades. Something else to pay attention to here is kind of what's happening with the positioning of your spine. So if I turn sideways, just standing in a neutral position, this is how I like my spine to stay. If I wrap into these arms, whether I'm even hand to opposite shoulder or palm to palm, if I find that I'm kind of coming into a rounding with my spine, and I'm over-exaggerating here, but if there's just a little bit happening to get that wrap, then I'm really adding a compensation through my back. And we want it to stay in its natural position at ease. We don't want to encourage this to happen just to get the arms. We're not getting the same stretch that we would with the back in its neutral position. So wrapping here and starting and just letting yourself relax, feeling into that tissue. And then you can add on if it's soft, or you can stay and breathe and just find your way back into that easeful, natural position with your spine. And either way, whether your hands are palm to palm or they're maybe pinky to thumb, if they're coming into something like this, I'd probably pass. Maybe it's back of hand to back of hand is a good place to start. Or here, letting all of this other stuff stay relaxed. Either way, wherever you end up, allow your chin to come down towards your chest and take a few breaths, breathing into that space, again, between your shoulder blades and that mid-back area. When you finish that, lift your head back up and release the arms, coming up overhead, and then repeating on the other side, the opposite elbow underneath. Opposite hand to shoulder, taking that space just to relax, feel the shoulder blades at ease, and then maybe taking it a little further, or maybe not. Varying from day to day to be wherever your body's at, depending on what you've been doing. Taking a few breaths there and then relaxing. The other thing I really love to add at the end of that is a nice stretch through the front of the arms. We've done a lot of work bringing the arms forward, but sometimes it's nice just to bring the arms back as well. So if you have a strap or a belt or anything you can use, we're going to go ahead and hold it behind us. Now I want you to pay particularly close attention to the positioning of your spine here. The idea is just to extend the arms back. Not to come into a chest expansion. Just let the arm bones get a chance to move in their sockets. So we'll take it, and almost as if someone's holding the strap behind us, they're just going to gently lift the arms up. Consciously letting the front line of your body really relax. So it's kind of a settling here, letting your hips relax and then just slowly lifting up. You might have a tendency to roll the arms out, so as if the inner elbow is pointing up. Try to just refrain from doing that, keeping a gentle, soft bend in the elbows as you lift up. So we're just getting this extension through the arms in the other direction. Moving through that, you can stay and breathe and hold and relax and try that again. Try this before you do any kind of upper body workout, whether before or even after, as a way to release some of the muscles that you just worked. You can try it in class as well, and moving into eagle pose, Garudasana. Here's to a happier and healthier you. If you have any questions, contact me, Julie at yogabodylllc.com. Namaste.